This man fell in love with the same lady his younger brother was also in love with. The brothers, who were so fond of each other, lived in the same house but hid their love life from each other, while the lady enjoyed their company secretly until they found out one day. The brothers were so bonded that no woman could come between them, so they both played a game on her and they then dumped her. When she realized what had happened, she was going to play the game that no one could ever imagine that kept the brothers in confusion, that you should find out. Ivan and his younger brother Ian were in a lounge one evening when this beautiful damsel walked past them. The brothers were consumed by this lady's beauty that kept the brothers on their feet. So, Ian told Ivan that he wanted to use the restroom. Ian introduced himself to her, and she told him that her name is ARIANA, but her friends call her Anna. Ian was cool with her name and then collected her number, so she pecked him and left. She then came back again. Ivan followed her this time while his brother was still away. Ivan also introduced himself, and she also told him that her name is Ariana, but her friends call her Aria. This time she collected his number and then promised to call him. She then called that night as promised, and Ivan was quick to shoot his shot by asking her out on a date. Ariana accepted, and Ivan took her to a private cinema just for them both, and it was a special night to her. Meanwhile, Ian had not heard from her since that night, so he called her several times, but Ariana wouldn't want to ruin this special night with Ivan. That day, their mother also came around to visit her boys. She asked for Ivan, but Ian told her that he had not seen him, neither was he picking up his calls. Just then, Ivan came in. He was aware his mother was coming, so he got her flowers. His mother also smelt a feminine perfume on her son, so she was inquisitive and also happy that her son had finally found a woman. His mother noticed that her son was always stuck on his phone even while eating. She asked what was the problem. Ivan told his mother that after he had a date with a lady, she had not called him and was also not picking her calls. Meanwhile, Ariana was also having a date with Ian, so she ignored his calls. But his mother told him not to feel bothered, and everything will be fine. It was another wonderful night for Ariana, and Ian was kind enough to take her home, so she pecked him again before going inside. Ariana finally picked his call at her time. Ivan wanted more hangouts, but she told him that she was going to work the next day as early as possible. So, he offered to come pick her up from her house to her workplace. Ian also talked to her that night before going to bed. He also wanted more hangout, so Ariana told him that she will call him after the close of work. She sent Ivan the address of her house, and he was right on time. Ivan found out that she works at the airport as a flight attendant, so they headed out. Ian also was right on time to bring her back home from the airport after work. As time flew, Ariana was beginning to get closer to Ivan on several hangouts while they talked more. And she also kept the pace with Ian in a more romantic feeling without her even knowing. At that time, Ivan was already nurturing the thought of engaging Ariana in a grand style, so he asked his mother which diamond ring is the best. His mother was already growing impatient about this invincible lady that's keeping her son on a fast track. Ivan promised his mother to bring her home someday and then rushed out to get the ring when his mother told him that emerald diamond rings are the best. Ian was already back from Ariana's house and seems to always be a step ahead of his brother. He wanted his mother's opinion about the ring he bought to propose to his woman. At this point, Mother was so happy that her prayers had been answered that her boys were about to get married at the same time. Ivan heard about his younger brother proposing at the same time as him, so he called Ian over the phone to talk about his plans. They then had to talk about what their women look like since they haven't met each other, but the descriptions were almost related until Ivan found out that it was the same girl when Ian told him where she lives. The brothers couldn't believe what just happened. They were still finding a way to understand how they got here when their mother came in, but they ignored their mother to talk about what's more important to them, until she realized that her sons had fallen for the same girl. Ivan and Ian know that their relationship as brothers is far more important than fighting over a girl, so they both agreed to break up with her without confronting her. Ivan invited her and mastered all his words perfectly, even though he knew that it was going to be difficult. But the moment he looked into her eyes, all he could tell her is that he loves her and don't want to lose her. Ian also had to go to her house with the right words already in his lips to say. He was about to tell her when she asked him to help zip up her dress, and he swallowed his words back and then pleaded with her to be the only man in her life. The brothers abandoned their mission and had to secretly spend time with Ariana, even when they knew that they were betraying each other. The good thing is that the brothers don't hide things from each other. They then realized that none of them could man up and break up the relationship. So, they agreed that confronting her together will make them end things easily. So Ian invited her to a restaurant and Ivan came out to join them. They lambasted her to the point that she got confused, and they wouldn't even let her say a word. But it was obvious that she wanted Ian, who had already ended the relationship and then walked away. At this point, ARIANA was so confused and disappointed that her relationship had just ended because of a common mistake that should have been avoided. But it was never a mistake, because ARIANA has a twin sister. One is Aria and the other is Anna, which makes the ARIANA sisters. The sisters just realized that they have been dating the same brothers when Anna told Aria what happened at the restaurant with her man Ian and his elder brother Ivan. The ladies both work as flight attendants in the airport, and while Aria is usually on the morning shift, Anna works on the night shift, which made it look obvious for the guys to think that they are dating the same girl. Even at that, the brothers couldn't find peace within themselves that they had to end their relationships for the sake of peace. Days later, the brothers were already moving on when they heard the doorbell. It was Anna. She came to apologize, but the brothers were not ready to entertain her cheating act, so she had to call Aria inside. The brothers were dumbfounded when they saw the twin sisters, that they couldn't even identify which was Aria from Anna. So, the brothers had to find a way to apologize to the sisters, and they were forgiven since there was a misunderstanding from the first day when the ARIANA sisters were both at the lounge that night when Ivan and Ian approached them. So guys, what are your thoughts about the movie ARIANA? Please comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this movie recap. Please comment your thoughts and also like and share this video for more super amazing videos that we're bringing to you. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification for more. Thank you.